Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the Nendoroid series, The Amazing Spiderman. And true to its form, we have a blue and red box with all of the details that you can see here about Spider-Man and 5 poses at the back. So my only comment on this box is just it's too much text for me. It's not like other figures that I have, just like for example Bandai. But we're not here to talk about the box, but we are supposed to talk about the contents inside. So let's take a peek on what he has to offer. The Nendoroid Spiderman is true to its form with the mesh and embossed spandex suit. More to it is an equally meshed eyes covered by a yellowish translucent hard plastic. You can absolutely feel the texture of the suit down to the fissure between the overlaced webbing. Inside the set are 2 pairs of hands. First is a pre-shoot webbing pose ready to lick a new wall, while the other pair already has the shooting action. Exchanging these parts are easy to remove, but because of the small frame and the big head, it is difficult to work around these accessories and find that Spidey action pose. With this, Good Smile Company has a solution and brought in 2 kinds of stages. First is a cityscape stage form on a certain perspective. It comes in pieces and needs some easy assembling. 2 arms are included to either provide that option on how long or how high the web crawler must be on this platform. All you need to do is plug Spidey just at his emblem, while the other is at the back of the stage. Another will give you a bit of a thrill. It is a suction cup that often seen in bathrooms or hanging wobblers in stores. There are 2 conjunctions to this piece, and now it allows you to actually stick Spider-Man anywhere. And so here is the figure. One thing to note about this is that it's really difficult to balance it without the stage. So once you tip this one over, or it just falls down in its back. So some of the possibilities for this figure are joints. We have a nice ball jointed head. It is connected just like a Revoltech joint, but it doesn't click, so that's less of a Revoltech. And then we have swiveling arms and a upper bicep cut here, and then we have a single joint on the elbows, and then it easily comes off, so no need to worry about that. You can always plug it back on its arm. And then the hand also moves right here, but somewhat hindered because of the web slinger accent here on the near the wrist. And then we have a upper torso joint and also a waist joint too, kind of hindered because of this area here on the hips. And then we have a single joint on the knee, and then we have some pivot points also on the hips, so that's nice. Another thing to know about this figure is that it's kind of irritating to work around it because most of the joints here can be taken off. Like for example, the head, it just plugs out, and then some of the joints here, like I showed you earlier, like the hands, can be taken off easily. And then especially the foot is just like, yeah, and it falls down if you're not careful with it. So it really helps that you have a stage. That Nendoroid or Good Smile Company did include some stages. The only thing I didn't mention about the stage is this one. So we have a nice flattened one and a clear stage too. And then you can use the suction cup here, and then just push it down, and then you can play with Spidey with this one if you're not keen in using on the other stage which has the cityscape thing going on. But overall, I do like the sculpt on it, the features. It's just that the joints and some of the parts easily plug off, and it's hard to keep on balance without the stage. So that's all. Overall, call me shallow, but I really do like the addition of the suction cup for the whole set, which means I can bring Spider-Man anytime, anywhere on my car's dashboard or just hanging around on the office PC monitor. On the upside, it is also a Chig magnet. As many are curious and adore Spider-Man, in this pint-sized form. And if you want to know the posabilities for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blogspot for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching and see you on my next review.